Dear friends in Christ, a very warm welcome to you. Thanks for joining me to reflect on Mark chapter 9 verses 38 to 43 and 47 to 48 for the 26th Sunday in Ordinary Time. The theme is Not One of Us. We live in a global village where our social interconnectedness and interdependence is so apparent because we are social animals. We need human interaction and socializing. When we are excluded, cut off, or isolated, we tend to fall into depression and risk suffering from mental distress or despair. Clearly, our social behavior has also contributed to the speed with which the COVID virus has so easily spread from its discovery in December 2018, and it took only less than 2 months for the World Health Organization to escalate its warning of public health emergency of international concern on the 30th of January 2020 to declare a pandemic on the 11th of March 2020. If there is one lesson that we can take away from this pandemic, it is the reality that we share in the one humanity that is vulnerable and weak. We cannot be indifferent to the suffering and loss of lives. We have all been affected by this tiny invisible enemy which has ever changed our way of life. It is an outsmarting, outmaneuvering, outstanding, adaptable, and ever-changing virus that evolves faster than we can comprehend. In short, I cannot stand apart from the rest of humanity and arrogantly say, I'm not one of them. The gospel for this week reveals the outpouring of God's Spirit even during Moses' time and his abiding presence in our world today. God wants us to set the world on fire with God's love, to prophesy boldly, to free those in slavery, to cure those who are sick in the name of the Lord. Yet the disciples did not understand the mission of Jesus. Master, we saw a man who is not one of us casting out devils in your name, and because he was not one of us, we tried to stop him. In Mark chapter 9 verse 38. Jesus tells us to be inclusive and not exclusive. Jesus did not exclude himself from humanity, but came to be one of us. He did not tell his disciples like Matthew the tax collector, you are not one of us, don't come and follow us. He could have disdained us humans for being so petty, wicked, cruel, and arrogant to others when we consider them as outsiders or strangers. Instead, we are the ones who haughtily dismiss them, saying, you are not one of us. Instead, Jesus taught them a simple lesson. Anyone who is not against us is for us. Mark chapter 9 verse 40. And I remember a part of a speech by President George Bush on the 20th of September 2001 after the 9/11 attack on the Twin Towers. He said, we'll pursue nations that provide aid or safe haven to terrorism. Every nation in every region now has a decision to make. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists. The problem is that peace-loving Christians do not agree with the use of violence and war as means to resolve conflicts. We cannot take sides in sowing hatred and bloodshed no matter who they are. Unfortunately, we can see for ourselves the results that after 20 years spending over $8 trillion and the loss of 900,000 lives according to the Brown University report, not much has changed in the so-called war against terrorism. Christians are called to bear witness in our daily lives by not resorting to divide and conquer tactics, nor to use racial and religious discrimination as strategy to create disharmony and chaos in people and countries. Some unscrupulous leaders may justify the use of violence and force as means to achieve their end, but it is not an option for us as disciples of the Lord. Jesus tells us plainly that if anything in us causes us to sin, we should avoid it at all costs. we can paraphrase Jesus' message as follows: that it is better to go into heaven losing a part of ourselves than not to lose a part of ourselves and end up in hell. Thankfully, because Jesus is one of us, we are safe. And so, on that note, my dear friends, I have two questions for our reflection. The first is, how can I be more inclusive in my attitude and actions in dealing with those I have difficulties relating to? The second question, when did I experience discrimination and feel that I have not been that I have been excluded and told you're not one of us? So on that note, I invite you to join me to pray together with Mother Mary for protection. Mary, you always shine on our path as a sign of salvation and of hope. We entrust ourselves to you, help of the sick who at the cross took part in Jesus' pain, keeping your faith firm. You, salvation of the Roman people and of the whole world, know what we need, and we are sure you will provide, so that as in Cana of Galilee, we may return to joy and feasting after this time of trial. Help us, Mother of divine love, to conform to the will of the Father, and to do as we are told by Jesus, who has taken upon himself our sufferings and carried our sorrows, to lead us through the cross to the joy of the resurrection. Under your protection we seek refuge. Holy Mother of God, do not disdain the entreaties of we who are in trial, but deliver us from every danger, O glorious and blessed Virgin. Amen. So, thank you for joining me, and may we continue to trust that with God is for us, no one is against us. So, keep safe. God bless you.